Good morning. How are we doing, everyone? My name is Nelson Borges. I'm the CEO and entrepreneur of a marketing agency and a web design company. I'm here to present one of the speakers. Her name is Claudia Romo Edelman, social entrepreneur, global activist, inspirational speaker, committed to advocacy, equity, and Latino representation worldwide. Founder and executive chair of We Are All Human and Hispanic Star, initiatives that are elevating Latinos' voices and driving social change. Former executive of United Nations and UNICEF, and central role of launching the Sustainability Development Goal, SDG Lions, and RED. Author on international keynote speaker with engagement on major global institutions and corporations. Host of a Latina podcast using storytelling and advocacy to promote ethical leadership and promote driven action. Recognized by Time and People magazine for influence and impact. And activate nonprofit boards supporting inclusion and opportunity. Professional work reaches policy, culture, and community to inspire collective responsibility and long-term progress. With you guys, Claudia Romo.
Well, thank you so much, Ella. Awards! Give it to everybody here. We're here. Look at the incredible weather. I got to see people that I haven't seen and I so much admire in this table already. So I'm excited. Are you ready for some knowledge and action of Latina Power? Let's go. Okay. So they invited me today to moderate a panel, and I will actually make sure that everybody pays attention. This is going to be short, sweet, fast, and furious, but I will be clueless with people that are talking. So I'm gonna start because we have incredible, yes? Do you want to keep your car if you park it outside? The fire department is about to take it. Okay, did we grab your attention? All right, let's go. This panel is called Women Leading the Future, Governance, Workforce, and Emerging Technologies. Join me to applaud Maria Trusa, Carisi Farrell, and Randy Gomez on the stage. Come on, let's go. To my panelists, know that nothing is personal. I'm not gonna just let you talk for a long time. We're gonna be here very quickly, and we're gonna be here quick and short answers. I have the rule of calling the Elmo. Enough of that, let's move on. So we have, how many mics do we have, Heidi? Microphones? All right. So, quick round. Please give a round of applause. Everybody's talking about artificial intelligence. We will get to this point again, short and sweet answers. I'm going to start by introducing yourselves. Please, go ahead.
I am Maria Trusa, the CEO of Formé Medical Center in Urgent Care. It's a medical center dedicated to the immigrant community for 11 years. And I also own a women intimacy and wellness center, one in the city and one in Stanford. And I do Project Light, which is for leaders connecting to themselves. And that's who I am.
Amazing. Buenos dias. My name is Randy Gomez. I am the Director of Corporate and Community Relations at Berkeley College. I also manage our MBA program and the founder of Sparks Labs, which is an automation organization. We do AI automation for businesses and also AI education. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Helen, for the invitation.
Hi everyone, my name is Chastity Farrell. I'm Assistant Vice President at Hudson County Community College for Continuing Ed and Workforce Development. I also lead the annual Girls in Technology Symposium, which is coming up this March 26th, inspiring young women to pursue careers in STEM and education. Happy to be here.
Great. Okay, so I want to have a raise of hands. I want to know who of you do you think that we are Latinas, are in the place of power that they should be? Raise your hand if you think that we already made it to the powerful positions where we should be. Raise your hand if you think that Latinas should be in a position of power and are here. Okay, raise your hand if you think that we have influence as Latinas. Okay, this panel will explore leadership, power, and influence, and how AI is going to go and get us there. Are we ready? Okay, I'm going to ask the intervention of the public. So at any given point in time, you raise your hand. I might actually come to the audience and ask you. The first question that I have is for my Honorable Maria Trusa. How must leadership evolve in a world shaped by AI and rapid change? And again, the answer should be sharp and sweet and straightforward so that Latinas can learn from you.
You need to be open-minded. If you are closed-minded and believe that AI is not for you, that is not the way that you're going to get to where you want to get. AI is the way, and it's here to stay. And if you're not open-minded and you want to fight it, you're fighting against the impossible dream.
Okay, hold it there. I want to see, okay, on the back, my lady with the pink, the woman that got the award. You? Exactly. Thank you. Perfect. Raise your hand on this side of the room if you use AI for your work in daily basis. What about this side of the room? No? We don't use artificial intelligence for leadership? Okay. How many of you think that AI is positive for the work that you're doing, that is helping you? Anyone that wants to raise your hand to think that AI is going to come and take our jobs? Okay, so this is a group of optimists. Let's go. All right, I'm going to ask you, Randy, is AI a threat or a competitive advantage for small businesses? We're here, hosted by the incredible Haiti. Give it to Haiti again. You know, like she's doing all this effort, so it's hard, and now that we're late, we're going to compensate like you for 5 minutes before. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually think it's both, right? As I said, at Sparks we do AI education. Berkeley has an amazing, workshop for AI as well. And I believe that AI is the equalizer. It really is going to give businesses a competitive advantage. For decades, corporations and enterprises had access to systems, automation, things that we would not be able to do as entrepreneurs. Today, we are equal with them. We can literally build the same technology that they have access to with zero code and a much smaller budget. So for me, I feel like AI is the equalizer. And honestly, I feel like Latinas have a competitive advantage when it comes to this technology.
Why?
Why?
Why do we have a competitive advantage on AI?
Let me tell you why.
All right.
Well, first of all, women in general, if you're in the venture capitalist world, women businesses or a business with one female founder performs 63% better than an all-male team. So just by being a woman. Yes. So if you're investing, invest in women, and you will get a better return on investment, okay? And if you're looking for a co-founder, look for a woman. But Latinas, particularly, we are resilient and we are very efficient. We do a lot more with less, okay? So a woman gets, let's say 900,000, that's the average investment a woman business gets. A male business gets 1.6 million, that is the average investment. Huge gap. But we do 63% better with that bit of money. So I feel like we definitely have a competitive advantage. And to allude to what Maria said, you must embrace it. You have to embrace it because it is here, and you as a Latina have the power to transform what it is for our next generation of Latinas.
So Randy's saying that Latinas have an advantage, like a competitive advantage on AI, particularly small businesses. Raise your hand if you're a small business so that we can have a sense of small businesses. All right? You're a big business, Maria. You're like come on. You're like a unicorn. All right. Chastity, please, tell us about educational institutions. Are we moving fast enough to train people on AI, particularly the people living in this county, Latinas in particular?
So there is definitely meaningful progress across higher education, although different institutions are at different stages of readiness. We are seeing that institutions are still growing their guidance and their support for faculty and students, and just trying to really figure out how AI fits into teaching and learning, and also career readiness and decision-making in that area. At Hudson County Community College, we have taken a proactive approach. We are really expanding AI literacy across the campus. We have practical tools and guidance through our AI Resource Hub. We have implemented governance through our AI Strategy and Governance Council, and we are really focusing on responsible and ethical use of AI. So yes, there is a lot of momentum across higher ed. Different institutions are implementing at different speeds though.
Yeah, so I would love to see more AI education. I think that all of us are learning it by doing it. Anyone here has taken AI education or classes, or are you just like learning by doing? Raise your hand if you went to AI classes. You see? Okay, so it's not all of us. So Maria, Latinos, Latinas, we are in the intermediate positions everywhere. And we are in a really good pace because we're learning to support each other. It is what you said, it's a competitive advantage. I know that if there's someone in one office that is a Latina, I'm probably going to get it done because I'm probably going to be helped by a Latina. So we're in the intermediate positions, but the room told you we're not satisfied with the leadership positions where we are. We need to get to the top. We need more leadership. What are the skills that we need for leadership today that you would think that we need to all be acquiring? What are the leadership skill sets that we need for the future?
We need to invest on ourselves. You are the biggest investment. If you're not investing on yourself, that is the key. And we also have to learn to deal with our transgenerational trauma. Because if you don't think that's what's getting in the way of us going to the next level, there is so much work to be done to recognize. And I can tell you that that's what I do. And if I did not deal with my trauma, as a 9-year-old, I was sexually abused. And I openly talk about this because unfortunately, the percentage, there are millions of us. In this room, there's so many of us. And I can tell you that you bring a trauma like that trauma is affecting you with AI, is affecting you in your growth. And in order for me to be able to be the woman that I am today, because I am a limitless woman that has broken every possible limit, because as a 9-year-old in the Dominican Republic that was given by her father to a man to brutally rape me. And I say this every time that I speak because unfortunately there's many of us here in this room. So you gotta invest on healing those broken wounds. And I have to tell you, I'm gonna put it out there because I do this healing work, and I have a summit coming up on the 21st and the 22nd of this month where I do this work, stopping the transgenerational trauma. It is you that have been chosen in this room to go on that route. So invest on yourself. You are the most important person. Yo primero. Tú primero.
Okay. Thank you for sharing and for being vulnerable. We need to be more vulnerable. We need to know that Latinos, we are the safe space for each other. Thank you, Randy. So how can entrepreneurs implement AI in their businesses and grow it without having to deploy like massive capital investments? And what are leaders potentially underestimating about AI today? Just give me a second. At that table, would you mind? Because she has... Yeah. Go on. Yeah. No, I was just telling them that you want to say something.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you for the question, because I believe that is one of the biggest misconceptions, that you need large amount of capital to invest in your business. You know, I am very proud to say, you know, the program that we put together, number one, we prioritize freemium tools and applications. Does anybody know what freemium is? Freemium is technology that has a free tier that is so good that you can do a lot with it before you start paying, you know? And McKinsey Studies did a research and they found that the average entrepreneur is spending $20 per employee on AI tools, $20 a month. That's it. You know, so there is a misconception, and yes, there is a lot of capital needed to build large language models. However, businesses can implement AI today. And my recommendation is start with a problem, right? Identify what is a problem that you have, identify what is the process to solve that problem, and then start investigating and investing in AI applications that will help you with solving that. And in some cases, you'll find something that solves it. In other cases, you'll need to build it yourself. And that is very possible with the vibe coding and the tools that we have today, where you do not need to be an engineer, you know? And I just want to piggyback on what she said as well with higher education. Higher education moves slow. We need approval from governments, agencies, before we can change programming. And at the pace that this technology is changing, it's challenging. However, organizations and institutions that have continuing education have a lot more flexibility to offer this programming. You know, we have an AI for productivity workshop that we offer to the different corporations that we work with. As I said, I do corporate partnerships. One of our partners is the New York City Football Club. We have FIFA coming on. Any soccer fans here? Hello, Latina. And so that's really important, right? To understand that we have to be agile, we have to be able to offer those workshops, we have to be able to work with our corporate partners because they need the literacy in order to maintain a flow.
Got it. Okay, so before, this is going to be the last round of questions. Anyone has a burning question, please raise your hand because we're going to do it. I have a question for you. So any final message to start thinking about it because we're going to close. So what are the skills becoming that are non-negotiable in an AI economy? And how do we ensure that women are not left behind by thinking of that before?
So definitely AI familiarity is becoming important and employers are looking for that. But just as important are the human skills. So we are hearing from employers and seeing in education that critical thinking, good judgment, communication, data awareness, these are becoming more important than ever. And knowing how to ask AI questions and then evaluate the results that are produced. So as AI takes on more technical tasks, these distinctive human skills such as judgment and applying context and collaboration are going to be more valuable than ever. And the people who know how to use AI thoughtfully are going to be the ones that stand apart as opposed to the ones who just use it quickly. Something that we've been seeing in continuing ed is a strong demand for more of these short-term, quick programs that can be put out because AI is really changing at such a rapid pace that we want to be able to give our students the opportunity to learn these skills in real time so that they can be competitive. For example, we have an AI certification coming out, we have AI in project management, so I think really staying on top of that is very important. In terms of your second question, women, confidence is a big thing that we really need to develop. A lot of times we see a gap in confidence before we see a gap in skills. So really just providing women with accessible pathways to build comfort and capabilities in that area. And we do this through the short workforce-focused programs so that, we can provide on-ramps for people to upskill in real time. And I'll stop there since I see that we're in a rush.
Because I want to make sure, does anybody have a burning question that wants to put to the panel? Otherwise, we're going to finish with a rapid fire. Yes?
My question, it's actually a two-part question. First, very quickly. Everybody's talking about AI. I'm Dr. Hector Hudson Castro, by the way. Right now, there are AI companies paying up to $200 an hour for professionals to train their AI models. Attorneys pay $400 just to sit in programs and teach them. Doctors. So number one, how can the Latino community get in on that? Second of all, AI is not just the actual service itself. It still needs infrastructure and it still needs power sources. How can these entrepreneurs here who own businesses like mechanics, electricians, etc., how can they get into that? Because the workforce for AI is actually bigger than the actual AI software.
Thank you for the question, and I really appreciate, because as an entrepreneur, it's like, okay, how can we make money with this thing, okay? That is the burning question in a nutshell. There are so many opportunities, you know, RFP, the government agencies are publishing opportunities where small businesses, mid-sized enterprise businesses can apply and submit their application and bid for these opportunities. And this truly is why the chamber is so important, right? Because you have your local chamber that you can go to with this opportunity to support you with submitting an application and increasing your chances in getting in. As a professional, these companies are creating courses that are free to all of us. Claude, which I am a Claude fan now, RIP Chastity. You know, Claude just launched a free AI tutorial that anyone can jump on and educate themselves. Salesforce has one as well. So you can really, you know, dive in there and start going down the rabbit hole of upgrading your skills, showcasing it on your profile, so you signal to the world that you are on this journey and you are well equipped to participate. I just want to say one more thing that's really important, because there's this whole messaging of, you know, how quick and YouTube University is the way to go, how we don't need to invest in higher education, and that is very dangerous for our community. I think you all can agree with that, right? Very dangerous. And I don't know if there's like some, you know, theory behind that, but it is so important that we continue to educate our next generation. You know, I took my daughter to one of Claudia's events, and that information of understanding her impact in her community, understanding how like matter, that one molecule that you put in that liquid changes the entire substance. You know, and that is very powerful, because when we understand our numbers and the impact behind the numbers, let's be for real, Bad Bunny wasn't on that stage because they like Bad Bunny's music, all right? They were there because they understand how powerful we are and that we were gonna watch that show. And we were only gonna watch that event or that game if he was on that stage, right? And we broke a record. So understanding the power that we have as a Latina, as a community, is extremely important. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing, seriously, because it has been a game changer for us to understand what we can do and the impact that we have.
Say something really quickly in regards to what you're saying, because you know, we do have Hudson County Community College here, and I think especially for small businesses who want affordable AI training, we do have workforce training that is free, grant funded, and this is really an opportunity for a lot of community colleges to do those short, you know, practical courses that can get you moving and keep you staying relevant. So definitely look for Laura and Joyce out there and speak to them about our programs.
So we're gonna run it up, like keep the mic so that you can give your final. If there's anything that you want to say for the people that are online, what is your final message, and what apps of AI apps or technology would you recommend?
I agree with Claude. I think that really what you need to do is pay attention to what's going on. You know, pay attention to what's going on in the workforce, what skills are going to be relevant. Get used to upskilling all the time. It's not just a one-time thing anymore. It's lifelong learning here on out.
Thank you. Yes.
Since we're doing advertising, I do want to shout out my Director of Continuing Ed, who's in the building with us as well, Maria, and we have amazing workshops at Berkeley College. But I would say, first of all, as far as application, let me tell you about Motion, M-O-T-I-O-N. You can definitely tag me and thank me later, and I'll tell you where to send the gift to, okay? Why Motion? And you know, Claude and everything else is great as well, of course. But what's different with Motion is that Motion is a time management application. And time is our most valuable asset. So if we have AI supporting us with managing where we're spending our time, okay, and analyzing what's moving the needle, you will be amazed at the things that you can accomplish, right, by managing your most valuable asset. It's the only thing that we can never get back. So as far as the app, that's my recommendation.
Final message?
My final message is lean in. Lean into the technology, lean into the opportunity, and understand that the most valuable skill that will be needed in this digital revolution that's happening is not technical. It is human. The strategic thinker in you needs to flex the muscle and exercise it, because that is the skill that's going to support the transformation that's happening right now.
What you focus on grows. If you focus on negativity and not embracing AI, you're not going to grow. I hate to tell you. For me, ChatGPT has become my best friend. I mean, I talk to ChatGPT, and that's the other thing. It's almost like, because at the beginning, when I started to get intimidated by ChatGPT, it's become my best friend. So continue to invest on yourself, and I hope I will see you all on the 21st and the 22nd at Project Life Leadership Summit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Please join me in thanking Maria, Chastity, and Randy for this incredible panel. I hope that you took a lot of the optimism, a lot of the encouragement that these women have shared with you. And if there's one thing that I would say is, don't underestimate that Latinos, we are taking the positions of power that we need, and united we will go with the help of technology and with the conviction that we will do it together.